So, hello everybody to my channel again today. We will have a look again at the Nasdaq and we will see what he will do. We got the pattern I wanted yesterday, today in the Asian session. See it up here, like it was what I marked yesterday out, hitting this last day high. Wasn't this one? Here, there we go. Was this high? Took it out, made a breaker, and retested this one on the, I guess, 5-minute basis. Or even one. There you go. It was like the breaker, low, higher high up here. Then we had the breaker up here and the retest immediately after the displacement lower. And would have been a potential entry, but I don't touch Asia. Today at CPI, we had like this big up candle right here, going into our daily high from the 6th of February. After taking the whole sell side and the whole buy side, like before it has gone in its direction, it took both of the liquidity pools. And yeah, so right now we're waiting for the opening. And then we will see if we get a trade today. For hour, we are still on inside the consolidation, right? I haven't reached it above this buy side. There we go. This one, because this one took already this one. Yes. So potentially we see a leg higher to the opening, tricking buyers into the market and then going lower. give you the CE of the monthly. So this could act possibly as a resistance, right? But also we made a nice gap up. Haven't even saw this before. I think this gap will be closed. I don't think it will be left open. I really like this because this is supporting my idea of the short. I'm just a bit skeptical because the high of the PPI took the high of the London range. So this means the buy side is already taken there, but we also got the Asian range high, which is still intact. So we get 5 minutes more to the opening. Get this nice sell side here. So what I would like to see is price like ripping above the recent buy side and then going back lower. Maybe also like taking this high. Had it on the wrong monitor, so you haven't seen what I talked about. But yeah, basically I want to see it ripping above this whole buy side, ripping the midnight open, and maybe like this would be perfect, ripping the Asian range high, and then going lower. Would be also the last day high, right? Last day high in terms of midnight as opening for the new day, not market opening hours like new day counted as already Asian range. But let's see how this plays out. Would be my pattern again though. So basically would be the sell side. Every time. Unbelievable. There we go. Two minutes to opening. I would like the chart to respect these levels as the opening will start ripping off, but even if it will take them out, I think it will retrace and take the buy side. Like, I don't see any reason why we should go higher right now. Although we have like this low taking this lows on the sell side, but this high is still intact. But I think that that will be a later target, not for today. Also, the 5-minute chart has a volume imbalance here, so I would like to see it going higher, and after ripping the last day high, looking for something like an inversion or breaker and taking the short down to this as a terminus and this as a partial. Last day high is also like the high of the return market value gap of the 7th of February. Like, it's exactly this level. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Would be pretty cool. Now is opening, like 40 seconds ago. Not really much of a price action yet. There we go. So we're right now on the new week opening gap from the 26th. I want to see it ripping through it like it is right now. Right now at midnight opening. I want to see a short retracement maybe on the high of this one and then ripping through it as well. Great. There we go. If it's reaching the level before my macro eye, would I take a trade even before macro? Because for me this would be enough. But maybe it's again a thing I talked yesterday about, like maybe it's ripping the last day high and faking a sell-off, and in the macro it goes above it again, hitting the last week highs, taking out the buy side, and then like making the real move lower. Anyway, I will see how price is reacting on 927.5, and maybe I consider a low before the macro even starts. There we go. Like if it's closing right now above this level with a 1 minute candle within the next 30 seconds, I will wait for the last week highs to be taken until I do something. But if it's reaching the last week and the second last week high, if it's reaching this level before my macro, I will take it. Taking the danger of being wrong. I would like to see it respecting the last day high. Don't want to see it ripping through, and even if it does, I don't want to see it going through the midpoint of the real-time offer value gap of the 7th of February, or if it goes through the midpoint, the last point of interest for me in being in a trade after hitting last week high and last week low would be if it's staying above the low of the real-time offer value gap. But what's kind of strange is we got a opening gap higher with like 55 points, around 52 points. We just gone higher, right? Not even faked a move lower, so I don't think we will be bullish today. Let's see what. Yeah, also the Dow is really bearish, so it could come higher again, but I don't think so. Like we got this. Damn, the Dow got a real nice sell side, so probably taking this one. Let's see what the dollar is doing. Dollar isn't doing anything. Like it's just consolidating. No. I don't want to see it going much more below this. as I mentioned before, I don't want to see it going under the or closing under the first three-time hour value gap of the 7th of February. It's okay for me if it's closing within the gap, but I want to see it ripping higher in the macro and taking the last week highs, last week lows out before going lower and taking the sell side. If it's taking the sell side before it's ripping the last week highs, maybe I will consider like switching my bias. Maybe that will be the fake out. Like right now, the move up, faking higher moves, tricking buyers into the market, ripping lower below the sell side, tricking sellers into the market, and then making the real move higher. There we go. Sell side is taken. Honestly, would be my pattern right now with the last day high and ripping below, but wouldn't even have had an entry. Like there is nothing I see where I could have entered. It's in 30 seconds, but like not even there, not even in the 15 and in the 30-second chart, right? Not even 15 second. Like nothing gives me validation for short I could have taken. I like this one. So as I said, like this is for me a fake out. I think it will go lower right now. Um, maybe this is enough of a sell side, but I don't think so. I think it will take this sell side as well. Like ideally, I want to see it moving lower, taking the sell side, closing above the down of the first three-time hour fair value gap of 31st of January, and then going higher. Not knowing yet where I would look for a trade, right? But let's wait. What did I do here? Man, no divergence yet. So what I would like to see is maybe the Dow going in tandem with the US 500, the NQ ripping lower, taking the sell side. So we get a divergence. That would be great. So and if we go higher, if we go higher, like let me draw this. If we do something like going here and going higher, or even below this one. Like I don't care if it's going higher from here or if it's going higher from a lower point. I just wanted to take this one out and afterwards going higher until to the last week high, which would be here. And then I consider being bearish again, right? Because that's my first point of interest right now for the AM session. On the other hand, if it's going right now above the last week high, within the macro, like hitting this level within the macro, I will still be bearish. Like I'll return into bearish. And yeah, but let's see. Let's even mark the first reverted gap of the day. This should be this one. Yes, there we go. That was behaving there. I got a different transparency here, I guess. It's 20%. It's a pretty strong move here, right? Just for an opening, it ripped the whole buy side, gone below. What would be really pretty cool would be if it's showing like a willingness to go lower while leaving this one open, going lower, doing my pattern I marked out here and going higher. The other option would be where I would be interested in a short. Bias is depending right now on how it's behaving within the next 10 to 15 minutes. But there's no path here. The other idea would be like going high to the last week high, last week low, destroying it, and then going lower. Like one of these two ideas I want to see, right? Of course, not exactly like this. Like, don't think I want to see a huge buy and then a huge sell, or a huge sell and then a huge buy. Just this idea of the trade, right? Still not 100% bullish because the volume imbalance is still in play. This is nice. Like this is shows me that it's not that strong. Oh, let's have a look at our opening range. Like this is the opening range, right? Is it? It is. So if we go below, like let's look at the 1 minute. If we go below it, still the short doesn't look right now good for me. So I would rather see the high taken going to the last week high, last week low, last week high, and second last week high, and then ripping lower. I don't want to see the sell side taken now. I don't want to switch to bullish. I don't know. So we're entering the macro right now. It's 9:50. So now it's really depending on how price is reacting right now. If it goes lower and rips the sell side, any sell side like this or this one, I'm interested in buys. If it's ripping the last week highs, I'm interested in shorts. Just like the opposite of the move it will make right now. I get a feeling again that I look with cross eyes into the into the charts. Haven't even checked if I was doing this yesterday. I have to look again for it. Like, I don't want to see it going higher right now for for bullish switch. Like, I would still love to see it going through the last week highs and then ripping this level within the macro, like within the next 20 minutes, and then going lower. We got still this volume imbalance in play. Like it's still a play in my opinion. I don't like how long in terms of time it spends in this gap right here, just reacting after it has been shooting through. Right now here again, it's not really reacting to the levels. Like um, let's see here, this is our low, and everything above it is like spending time in the fair value gap. Doesn't even look so good to me. This is also the wick, the CE, like the equilibrium or the midpoint of the wick from the up move. Could be also a point of interest for in terms of resistance. I don't know. It's not really looking that it's searching for higher prices. We just had like PPI today. We don't get any more news to it. It's the midnight open right now. That's the midpoint of the 7th February real-time hour for value gap. It's having a good pace going up. So maybe it will get there to my macro. It's also what I talked about yesterday, right? It's the same thing. Like, even if it's not hitting my level in the macro, I could have taking the trade on the way to my primary trade, right? Like, for example, after I took this sell side, going higher and taking the long until it's reaching last week high. So I would have not only taken the primary trade itself, but rather both way to my trade and my trade, my primary trade. But now we're short before the last day high. Where are the last week highs? Here. I'm in terms of 4-hour daily, and so could be going higher after it. Could be really bullish. Maybe I just had the wrong bias. I'm still confused because it left this volume imbalance open. I get an error on my live. I have to check wake up if it's still recording, right? Yeah, so life is still going. I don't know what's the issue right now. So we're at the last week high right now. Hit at the level, not really going through it. So I want to see it going through, right? This is not enough for me to go short. It's nice. We're still on the macro. We hit the level. Would be nice. Would be nice to get a short right now. Let's bring this here. It's like, what level is this? 966. Let's switch this to 21966. Maybe I'm considering going low before it's, yeah. So could be my short right now. Stop loss would be somewhere around here. There, and then my take profit would be somewhere around here, but no, my terminus, like, this would be my terminus, right? Would be the above the volume imbalance of the 5 minute here. But first I want to see how it's reacting on the last day high, because often I take also trades within 2 level of the higher time frames and just fail because it's going higher again. Like it's retracing to the last day high in this example, going back above the last week high, and then making my move. I still don't know why this error is appearing. That should be fine. What is ES doing? Oh, nice. Yeah, we get a divergence here. So I'm really interested in going lower. I'm really interested in going lower. There we go. If it's hitting like this again, I'm going short. Again, I missed it. Damn. If it's going up again to the breaker, I will take it. Like, it's okay for me. That's okay for me, like going here, having like this and my, yeah, it shouldn't go above this one. I don't want to see it above, going above here. There we go. I want to see this level. There we go. Stop is here, okay. Buy is here, okay. That's nice. Could be also fake out, like to catch sellers, but my my bearishness is still in play. Like normally I don't would take a trade if there is this huge candle, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how this plays out, but I think it's good. It's an okay trade, which is okay. Depending on the reaction of the first real-time order value gap right now, because right now it's looking like it's really respecting it with the wick and not really going through. I would love to see it stabbing through and closing below it. That would really confirm my short. But right now it could be turn bullish still. So let's see. Because it's kind of respecting the level of the real-time order value gap, isn't it? It's respecting the CE. It's a bit too much of respect of this level, in my opinion, for short. Maybe I go out earlier if I don't get my respect on the last day high. I will close it in a loss earlier because yeah, I think the wick is kind of speaking for itself, right? It's respecting this level here, the halfway of it, and this one just ripped through. Maybe just took off some sellers, buyers, sorry. It's dancing around in this range. I don't like this really. I don't like how it's dancing in the same range all the time. Now we see how it's reacting on the daily level. It's really hard going through it. Um, Reaching above, it's done. Like I don't think we will. Yeah, it looks pretty bullish. So maybe I was wrong with. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think it will go higher. Like there are two options right now: taking this highs, going lower then, or just ripping higher. But this week also is a bit too bullish for me. I don't know. I don't like how it's acting. I don't really like this, and maybe I will close it before. The price action is really volatile right now, but it's respecting. We'll take it off. I'm fine with the loss because this isn't looking really good. Not too bullish, not too bearish, because we got here a huge week. We got here a huge week. Like we even didn't took the liquidity, so I'm okay with the loss. It's a loss of, yeah, $65. I mean, it's very okay because seems to me like price is not knowing what it wants to do, just jumping around. Let's check this a bit more to the side, so see what I mean. We get still the in 6 minutes the 1020 to 1040 macro. Could be another level where it's reaching above the 2 week two last week highs. But right now I don't really have a true bias because this one kind of brought me out of my concept. Even at 15 minutes, look at this wicks. That's crazy, right? That's not a nice price action. It's not clean. It's even high resistance. I mean, you see it. This is the opening. It's just high, low, and not really a clear, strong move up or lower. Yeah, I'm totally okay with the exit I took. It's okay. Like closing trades prematurely takes really, really much effort from me because there is a barrier in my head which says maybe it could work, and if you're not in it, it will hurt, and it will hurt. Like if it would have gone lower, it would have been bad. But you see this, there was my stop. It would have been taken, so I'm good. I'm fine with it. Idea is still in play. If it's going above the last week high, ripping lower would be cool. I don't know. I'm still not really bullish on this whole price action. Where is our ATR right now? This was wrong. 350. We're in 350. There we had our 930. Let's see how much we made from the range. It's the opening. We've done like 90, not even 100 points in total daily range from the midnight open. Is there we go. Midnight open is here. Let's see. This was 153. And the whole move up here is 216. 216. It's pretty near. There we go. Previous weekly high and the second previous weekly high taken right now. So the second macro in this hour, like the 1020 to 1040, could give me my short still. But if it's closing above and if it shows me bullishness, I'm done. Like I don't want to take a trade, another trade today. It's all kind of depending on how price is reacting right now on the last week high. I don't like this price action. I really don't like it. Look at this consolidation. Yeah, okay, so I don't think I will take any shorts. This is kind of too bullish for me. And I don't know. Only thing is a potential buy because you get this buy side here, right? That's the only next target on the daily. It's like, let's say this one because these are too close. This would be 120 points from here. I think at least 100 points it will make like to take the buy side out. I don't think it will capitulate here if it's breaking this level. This is the 4-hour fair value gap. It's 121,990.25. It's the fair value gap's high. So what I want to see is like a move down and hitting the high of this short-term high. And then I would go long immediately after. It's like going back again above the last week high. It's the last week and second last week high, by the way. I guess it's the same or nearly, barely the same level. Maybe I just have it. Yeah, never mind. They're barely the same. It's like 968 and 966, so there are 2 points difference. It's nearly nothing, right? Yeah, so the Blau Oracle did not. Saw it right. This would have been a nice long, but in the aftermath, it was kind of clear, right? How it's always, because we had this sell side was taken with the PPI, and then it took with this huge leg, this sell side. So this could have been the entry, but it's not. It's not my pattern. So I just will remember it for the future. If I add additional patterns to it, and not only work with the one I'm doing right now. Are there news today additionally to PPI? There is Trump again speaking. I'm not sure if this was yesterday already in Forex Factory. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there. Trump is speaking, so he's speaking a lot. Bit too much for me for trading. Yeah, like this would be a good entry. I would like to see it. Is this here below 9725, 971? No, this one is lower. Yeah, I'm willing to take it long if it's entering this 5 and 1 minute for Heiger. How much would this be? See it here. It's okay. If we get stopped out, that's fine. When I go here, it's a buy, so my sell limit would be here. How is it reacting here? It should go higher from here. Like it's CE level. It goes lower. My stop would be absolutely fine. It would be okay. Because you know what? I will close it because it's not my pattern. Even if it goes there, it's nice to see, but if it's not my pattern, it's not my time. Um, I switched bias. I'm still learning, so I don't want to take the trade just for revenge reasons. I think that would be wrong. So let's just mark it how it would have went. Where was my stop? It was kind of here, I guess. Was it? It was a 1.5, I think. Was it here? No, that's so long. It was kind of here, I guess. We'll see it in aftermath. I'm cool with the decision. I'm cool with the loss I took. Like this right now was a $20 loss. In total, I'm $80 down today. That's okay. It's part of the game. So it looks good, although for the long, because it's respecting the level. So I think it will go higher. This is looking really good. Like the long idea was pretty good. I don't know if it would have been my loss. Just let me see. Like here, and my take profit was here. Oh, that would be much more than my losses. Would be cool. Would have been cool, but as I said, it was not my pattern, so I closed it prematurely, which is fine for me. Was this my entry here? Yeah, kind of was. That looks good in terms of the buy I had. This was really cool that I closed it. Although it's moving my direction, I'm completely fine with it because it wasn't my rule my pattern and also not my idea, like my idea, but not my first idea. After losing trade, this often they end up in revenge trades and aftermath. But yeah, I'm fine with it. Like that's good. It's okay. And that $20 loss on the second trade was the fee for breaking the rules, right? There we go. It's a nice move up. So I think we will rip right now through the high and then going to our real-time order value gap low and making this trading idea true. Yeah, they all look pretty good. We got here like a divergence, but this is not, it's still Dow, right? It's not the US or the NQ. It looks good too. Like right now, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's okay. It will go up, I guess. Yeah, it will take this sell side. It will take the sell side and maybe after it will go lower, maybe not. It should better rake through the highs right now. I don't want to see it go lower from here. Still, I'm talking a perspective of the long idea I had here, right? I want to see it rip through. I don't want to see it slow climbing up. I want to see a real quick reaction. It was nice what has been going through. But still, I want to see something more violating, not that weak. It's fighting right now here on the level of the New Day opening line from the 24th of January. We broke through. I want still to see a strong move up, but it looks good. Like there should be nothing holding the price back to going to my take profit. There we go. Yeah, this looks really good. Like this is going to go to take profit. It's still kind of fighting with the level, but I don't like this. I don't like this price action. it's really not that much of a real price action. Like it's very slow, very low range candles. And that's why I want to see a break in this whole action and like start going with bigger candles. There we go. This is the displacement I talked about. I wanted to see it. So this would have been the take profit. Still okay with closing it prematurely because wasn't my pattern though. I mean, it showed clear strongness, right? Since the move after the opening, and yeah, this kind of respecting the first return for value gap combination with this wick, also holding price in the CA, taking sell side out before, all this led to the idea of taking the trade, but closed it because yeah, it's not a pattern, and I want to stick at least at the beginning of my streams with that special one pattern, like going above or below the last day high time frame key level, and then entering with a breaker or with a inversion or fair value gap. There we go. We could use this real-time fair value gap right now as a kind of support and going higher, like testing it, going somewhere into these levels, maybe making an international order flow entry drill within the low inside this fair value gap and immediately going higher. Like this level could be an high resistance thing, but yeah, it's like 70 points to go, so I don't think we will. Maybe we will reach it in the AM session, but I think there will be a retracement around the 1050, 1110 macro. maybe to the last week highs again, or as I said, to this level here if it goes within the next 10 minutes higher, and then ripping up from here to the that's like the new contract gap. I don't know if we still see it. I don't know if you even see it on 15 minutes. Yeah, there we go. This is the gap, right? It's the whole gap, and this one is kind of balanced, but this one not at all. We got the gap, and from halfway down, it's not really much price action in here since today. So I think it really will react there and do its retracement. Maybe it's reaching it to the macro, and in the macro, like retracing on the level I said right here to make the international, the institutional order flow entry drill. We can take this off. I just want to see if it's reaching the new contract gap liquidity, how it's reacting there. And if it's just going higher, I will end the stream because there's nothing anymore in interest of me for me today. But yeah, if it's reacting there, I want to see it go back. Like if it's reacting there, I want to see it go back inside this level and then ripping higher. If it does so, I will close after it. And if it's going down right now there and making this international, I don't know what I have with international institutional order flow entry drill, then I will wait to the new contract gap liquidity. Let me put it also on the daily. It's like 109.75. There we go. Yeah, so I want to see it right now reacting here, going higher. If it's reaching the new contract gap liquidity, I'm fine with being right in this. And if it's going lower, I will end as well, like as well as if it's just going higher and not respecting this level. What level are we struggling right now at? I don't know, there is nothing I see to struggle with, so maybe it's just really reaching for some point of interest to just make a stronger move higher. I'm still thinking it will take this gap here, like filling it in and then shooting above. Would be my idea now. I wouldn't take the trade because, let me see, it would be here. Nah, because my stop loss should be below the last week high and around here, so it would be a 1.2. Would even be that bad, but I don't know. It's kind of dangerous with the time right now. Like it's the 10:10, 10:52, 11:10 macro, and usually it likes to retrace at that point. So maybe I will make a video today about how I do my journals, so you also get an insight into this. And if I become profitable at one day, you can consider for yourself if it's worth it doing it or not, because it's really taking time. Like journaling is after trading even 1 hour, half an hour additionally, because you have to look everything through, like everything, journaling it. Usually I make just printouts of the charts, glue them on the sides, and make the journaling itself on the weekend. The reason for it is because I figured out on the weekend if I look not at the same day on it, but a few days after it, I see the chart differently. Like I'm not catched in my bias anymore. And I better see my failures and why I've done these mistakes. Like there we go. I want to see it doing the institutional order flow entry drill here. If it is one. Then ripping higher. What is doing there? Yeah, this is all looking good. Like they all looking like they want to search for higher prices. Maybe it even doesn't go down there. It's kind of respecting very much the CE of the fair value gap. And the body's not even close within it. So it's only wicking down. Would be cool. It would wick down here and then really go with speed up to the new contract. There we go. Just how much? 2 points more. So I want to see a reaction right now, going higher. If not, I'm not really thinking that it will go higher. If it's not really going higher right now, or if it's closing below this level, I think that it will search for a retracement, like the 11 AM price action is usually doing it. If it's going high right now, like it does, like if it's closing right now above the first real-time hour for value gap you see here, I think it will reach the new contract gap liquidity. And in either ways, like either if it's going down or if it's reaching the new contract gap liquidity, I will end the stream because it's the only thing I want to see in the AM session anymore. Then I'm done. That's pretty cool. Closed above it. So it seems to really reach for the higher level. Again, I want to see it with displacement through it because I don't like this price action right now with those small ranges. Should close above as well. Closed right on the border. Yeah, but still, it's respecting this level. I'm really thinking it will go higher, just waiting for displacement. Still closed within the real-time hour fair value gap. Wouldn't have took this. I don't like the action here. Not at all. Still missed the displacement higher. It's still nice closing within the fair value gap. Come on, give me the displacement. Yeah, it still has a way to go, the dollar to the low for the sell side, so I think it will reach down there, and NQ will go like to the upside. This looks good. Closing above the retail Marshall value gap, making a hammer candle, reaching into the CE of it. So let's see. This is spending too much time in this level right here. Yeah, so it's really just taking too much time into this gap because there's no other obvious level for me. So I think I will end here because it makes no sense. I'm just waiting for it to hit the new contract gap liquidity, and I think I honestly think it will go lower right now because we're in the 11 a.m. time zone where it's usually retracing. So yeah, I will end here. I have no idea if I can end and how long it will take, because I got a problem with my software right here. It's somehow not permitting me to close, but I will figure it out. So there we go. This should work right now. Had some issues. I think it was regarding to a new plugin I installed. So yeah, I will end right now. We're still not doing really what I want to, price at least. So yeah, have a nice time, and I will see you tomorrow